Have you ever wondered what people in the past were capable of doing to punish their enemies or obtain confessions? Discover the worst punishments of antiquity and be amazed by human cruelty. Today we're going to explore the most terrifying and brutal punishments of antiquity. Get ready because this is a journey into the darkest side of human history. Press play, like and subscribe to the channel because you won't believe what's coming. In the darkest dungeons of antiquity, one of the cruelest punishments involved the belly flogging of rats. The victim was laid on a cold stone table, immersed in the dank darkness of the dungeon. A fat, starving rat was carefully selected by the executioner, its sharp claws glinting in the dim light of the torches. With cruel precision, the executioner would pick up the furry animal and place it on the bare belly of the defenseless victim. Then, a freshly heated iron can was placed over the terrified rodent. The heat gradually penetrated the metal, transmitting a burning sensation to the body of the small trapped animal. As the frantic paws desperately tried to find a way out, the victim felt every scratch and bite on his skin. The pounding heart of the tortured person echoed in the eerie silence of the dungeon, mingling with the high-pitched squeals of the agonized rodent. It was a spectacle of horror that defied human comprehension. Another disturbing form of rat torture was to place them in a cage on the prisoner's face. The cage, made of rusty, raw metal, was securely fastened to the victim's head, restricting their movements and preventing any possibility of escape from the impending torment. The hungry rodents, restless and agitated within the confined metal prison, could smell the fear exuded from the prisoner's sweaty skin. With their small, dirty paws frantically scraping against the rusty bars, the rats desperately tried to find a way out. The metallic squeaking mixed with the victim's muffled screams, echoing throughout the dank dungeon. With each sharp bite the rodents made on the delicate skin of the exposed face, bloody marks were left behind, silent witnesses to the unspeakable suffering that occurred in those dark dungeons. The famous bronze bull, also known as the Bull of Phalaris, was a cruel invention from the sadistic mind of the craftsman Paralas. The macabre structure consisted of a hollow statue made of bronze, with a special mechanism inside. When someone was placed inside the statue and it was heated by intense fire, the screams of agony of the victim echoed through the ducts and transformed into sounds that imitated the bellowing of a bull. This perverse detail transformed the horrendous act into a true horror spectacle for those who watched, further increasing the feeling of terror of the condemned being slowly cooked alive inside the monstrous statue. The unbearable heat and the lack of air combined to push the victim to the limits of physical and mental resistance, while outside the bull, the executioners delighted in the distorted sounds of the screams that resembled the furious roar of an enraged animal. The brazen bull represented not just an instrument of torture, but a frightening manifestation of human creativity aimed at the most extreme cruelty. The fourth punishment we will explore is known as the impalation machine. This gruesome torture consisted of a wooden frame, usually standing vertically, with a sharp spear positioned at the top. The condemned person was led to the machine and placed on the tip of the spear, which slowly penetrated their body as their own weight pushed them down. The excruciating, searing pain caused by the spear slowly piercing the body's tissues was unparalleled. The ordeal of impalement could last for hours, with the victims slowly agonizing as the cold iron tore through their flesh and internal organs, causing severe bleeding and a slow, painful death. This method of execution not only inflicted extreme physical suffering, but also served as a horrifying spectacle for those unfortunate enough to witness its brutality. The fifth and final punishment we will discuss is known as the impalation machine. This extremely brutal and inhumane method of execution consisted of a massive wooden structure, usually placed in a public place to serve as a warning to all who would dare defy the prevailing authority. The machine consisted of a tall vertical post, with a sharp pointed spear strategically positioned at the top, ready to pierce any body that was placed upon it. The condemned man was led to the place of execution, often dragged by the executioners, while the crowd watched with a perverse mixture of horror and morbid fascination. Once positioned upon the point of the spear, the weight of the condemned man's own body slowly pushed him down, causing the spear to initially penetrate the lower abdominal region and then continue its relentless path through the soft tissue until it reached vital organs. The acute anguish generated by the spear slowly penetrating the body causes indescribable sensations of intense pain and unimaginable suffering. Impalement could last for hours, prolonging the condemned individual's torment to the most agonizing death possible. Screams of pain echoed through the public space, mingling with the shocked murmurs of the distraught audience. Every moment experienced during this ordeal was a prolonged physical and mental torture, culminating in a slow and agonizing death. The impalement machine not only inflicted extreme physical suffering on the helpless victim, but also served as a grim spectacle, designed to strike fear into the hearts of those who witnessed its inhuman brutality. Did you like these macabre stories? Comment below which punishment you found the most terrifying, and don't forget to share this video so that more people know about these terrible punishments. These brutal methods were not just punishments, but displays of power and terror. They reveal the dark side of human creativity. Like, share this video to spread the word, and subscribe for more dives into the horrors of the past. Until the next mission into history,